Hello everybody. I'm trying something new today. I thought that I would try and go live on YouTube. So this is a first for me. I've never went live on YouTube, so hopefully you're able to hear me and everything's going to be just fine. So this is actually the fourth part of this series. What I'm working on is a fall interchangeable bench, and we still have a couple more elements to work on. I did finish the scarecrow yesterday. I went ahead and painted his shirt blue. I actually used the winter blue and did a little bit of highlighting with some cool white and then shaded with some deep midnight blue. And I like it. So what we have left to do is this sign. We need to finish this, just do a little shading. I'm going to glue that on, and then this is actually done. And then we have our banner. So it's, hopefully I can get this done today. We will see. I painted the lettering yesterday, and what I painted it was a Williamsburg blue. Did a little ombre effect on it with some winter blue. I highlighted the top, shaded the bottom with deep midnight blue. And I'm going to paint the frame, and what I think I'm going to do is paint it the antique white. And then we'll start gluing some letters, and then we're going to work on this banner, and that's it. And then I'll be starting on another insert. It'll be a Halloween one, and it's going to be absolutely adorable. So I'm hoping to start on that today, and if I do, and depending on how this video turns out, and I'm able to save it on YouTube, I'll probably go live on YouTube again. So I need to do a little bit of sanding. Oh, these are pretty good. All right, so let's get started here. Like I said, I think I want to paint this antique white, and then I'll probably just do a little bit of sanding to make them a little bit more rustic, primitive. Honestly, there's just not a whole lot to do, and I wanted to get on here before it gets really crazy hot. We've got a heat advisory today, and it's only going on 9 o'clock, and it's steamy. Steamy, steamy. So like I said, I'm just using some antique white. Put this on. And I think with the banner, I'm going to actually probably do 2 different colors. I think I'm going to, maybe 3, do the light buttermilk for the background. Part of me, I really want to do a blue because I think blue and orange looks really good together. And I'm thinking about this antique white because what I'm going to have on there is pumpkins. And I want them to pop, but I want to kind of stay colored coordinated throughout this whole process. So I think what I'll do is I'll just paint one of these and see. And of course I'll shade these banners because I think just doing that and adding another color to it just helps them a little bit. let's just get my pumpkins. I think that'll be a good color. All right, let's sand this a little bit and get it a little roughed up. I'm not going to do the antiquing on the background of that sign. I'm just trying to keep this pretty bright colored. And I don't sand over my surface because I don't want all that debris in my painting area, so I try not to sand over my area. And you can hardly see where I sanded because I'm using wood, and this paint color is pretty close to the wood, the natural wood color. And that's what we're looking at. And then I need to glue these letters on. And this bigger pumpkin will go on there. But it's a lot brighter than my original ones that I've done. And I've wanted it like that. Part of me really wants to antique this up. But I'm gonna stick with my original thought. Go with your first instinct. It's always the correct one. So we'll get these glued on. Work on those banners, and this is done. And I'll get some photos taken. Get it listed. And come back later and start something new. I like to use stick fast glue and a Q-tip when working in smaller areas. That's what works for me. And it doesn't take a whole lot of glue. You only have so much time to work with this glue. It's called Stick Fast because it sticks pretty fast. So you kind of want to almost be pretty spot on with your placement. Now, I don't have a whole lot of followers on YouTube. I would love to get some more subscribers. I don't know if you subscribe, you get a notification that I'm live. I don't know how that works. Like I said, this is the first time doing it. And I might just start coming live on YouTube. I put all my videos, transfer them from Facebook to YouTube as it is. But I'm not sure about Facebook anymore. I get a lot of people that watch my videos. There's a few that watches that I don't really care to have them watch. And if you happen to catch this, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Kind of sad. I love painting. I've been painting for years. I actually took a 20-year break and started back up again. I find it relaxing. I love designing. It's just something I started doing a few years ago. Never thought about it, but I like to draw. I'm very creative. I'm always thinking of new things and new ideas, and I thought I'd try my hand at designing, and I absolutely love creating designs. And if my painting videos can be helpful to people just starting out or people struggling with certain aspects of the style of painting, hopefully I can help you out or inspire you to even take up painting, because it's fun, it's relaxing, and what I find most enjoyable is just taking a blank piece of wood like this and watching it come to life. It's very gratifying as a painter and even as a designer. I do all my designing on a computer, and it's just nothing but it looks like a coloring book. And to see that come to life is just very gratifying. It's pretty hot right now. Holy smokes. I feel sorry for people that don't have air conditioning, which I don't have air conditioning, just in the bedrooms. But also people with breathing problems. I actually work with an older woman that has asthma, and when it gets like this, it's very difficult for her. I feel bad. And you don't have to press down very hard to get this to stick either. It's pretty instant. Glue's starting to stick to my finger. All you need to do is run a little bead of glue around this frame. That's about it. And the key to this is you just want to make sure you get it lined up and don't go below the bottom here. Then once you get it, just hold it for a few minutes just to make sure it takes. And you kind of want to watch because this can slide on you. And if you're, using MDF, I don't know if MDF warps. I know wood can warp. You can actually put some clamps down, and that'll help with that. So, let me go ahead and put a little glue here. And I always like to kind of do mine at an angle. is stuck. Okay. Let's get these backgrounds painted and see. Like I said, I kind of want to do like this color. I want to do the blue. I want to do the light buttermilk. So I'm going to do at least 2 this color. And I am going to do some shading as well, just to bring in another color. Go around the edges. I just think that kind of adds a nice touch. I don't need another coat. And I might not like this Williamsburg blue on here. So the only way to find out is to try it. Those pumpkins might not look good. I don't know. So we'll get one painted up. And if I don't like it, I'll flip the banner over and paint it another color. But usually this particular color of blue looks good with orange. So that's why I'm doing it. I don't think it looks too bad. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do 2 blue, 2 antique white, and 1 light buttermilk. don't know, I'm not getting very good coverage with this light buttermilk. So sometimes when that happens, what I do is I cut the end of the sponge off and get a new surface. I'm probably gonna let this dry really good and sand it. I don't know where these little, because it's a little rough, rougher than what I would like. So what I'm thinking is going like this. Maybe even doing the blue outside. Alright, let's do some highlighting. or shading rather. I like to use antique white to shade the light buttermilk. That's just the color that works for me. So it kind of gives it a little antique look, a little rustic. I like to go down the one side and then come back and hit the other side. And then I let this dry really good, and if I need to put another coat on, I do that. If not, then I go and do the top and then the bottom. For the antique white, I like to shade with cocoa. And I think it always takes a couple coats of the cocoa on this antique white to get the kind of shading that I'm after. Yeah, that one side needs hit again, and it's not as dark as the other. I'll let those dry really good and just get one coat on. The blue, I'm going to use Deep Midnight Blue. little bit more than what I wanted. I'm gonna hit this other side again. And I always like to rinse out my brush and reload when I'm doing this. It's just habit. That way I start with, you know, full brush of loaded with paint and clean water. Okay. that's it to that. So let's start moving these on. Let that blue dry a little bit. I just try to get these centered, and that's it. Pretty easy. I just gotta decide once I string this banner together, if I want the blue on the outside or the inside. But that's it. It's done. I mean, I could do something like that to where it like repeats. But I kind of think I like the, I don't know. We'll have to see. So, I'm going to go ahead and add my twine to this, get it strung up and get it hanging on my bench, and get some photos taken, and I will post a picture of the finished product on my Facebook page, which is Elevated Designs. If you are not following or liking my Facebook page, please do. And I'll try and get this listed on Etsy as well today. So until next time, which will probably be later on today, as I start a new Halloween bench insert, take care. Bye-bye.